Greetings everyone, hello and welcome to the Immortal Mare, one of the most beautiful or well at least aesthetically characteristic city builders that I've played in recent times. And it's also a city builder coming from China, and it's a city builder that right now you cannot actually purchase on Steam anyway. It has been delisted for unknown reasons to me. So yeah, it came to my attention because I got the game quite some time ago, and it is amazing, honestly, and I love it. And yeah, we are on this map. It's a pretty complex and very well deep city builder actually, with lots of mechanics, and we're playing as a deity, and we need to build up I guess a Chinese village right in here on this beautiful map with the waterfalls in the back. We're playing it on a turtle. So we're in the back on a turtle here on this landmass here. And as a new deity, you will lead your believers as they survive and develop in this bountiful but perilous world. As you gain more believers, your power will also increase until you become a true god. It's time to get started. Good luck. And with that, what we need to do now on this map is, deciding on our first starting location. And I would like to just go ahead and have this one right here where we have the waterfall, right? So in the back we have then that beautiful waterfall. I think this looks pretty nice overall. There you go. And with that, we have our, palace, our temple, right? Our shrine, as it's called, where those cute villagers are going to work for us. Look at them. Fantastic. I love it. Anime figures we have here. And the first thing of action, of course, is we need to build up a road network, as always. And yes, we can have double roads. How amazing. I'm not going to start with them, though. So we're going to have central roads here and here, because first of all, we need to start on an industry zone, as always. In that case, this looks like a good area, right? We have lots of resources here. We have stone, we have lots of trees, we have ore. That is going to be pretty important. And we have these soul stones. That's also something we need to check out. So let's start with the first buildings here, really. For my industry, we are going to unlock a lot during research, right? So there's an extensive research tree. Right now, though, we have only those 3. And the lumber yard, of course, is my very first one because, we're starting with some wood, but it's not going to be enough. So I definitely want to have some proper wood production early on. The thing is also, we cannot place it on top of trees, right? Trees are actually blocking us right now. So it's important to use the space you have with the trees, basically. So let's start with the first lumberyard here. We can move it then at some point, right? It's not a big deal. That's the first one, and we'll also need some food pretty quickly. So let's have some food production as well. Probably for me, we really cannot build further, right? In here I could have it, but that's just bad. So let's just have my food production then somewhere over here for that one. And on top of all of that, we also need a soulstone hut. Let's actually go ahead and build me that road here, because every building needs a road connection. You cannot just have it somewhere outside. And then that soulstone hut. And this one, let's actually have it then somewhere here in the center of my town for now, right? Somewhere over there. And this one will collect then these crystals, and with those crystals we can actually then activate powers that we're starting to get. We also can start with the research then that we have that over there. And look at the research, right? That's all buildings that we can unlock. Also going all the way down here. Artisan tree, we got the commerce tree, and we got the tech advancements. So that's quite an extensive tree. And there's also monster attacks on top of that. Did I say this already? I don't think so. For now, though, my villagers are starting with, collecting things, right? And I would like to also start with also having my proper road network. So this is the main road, obviously, right? So the main road definitely needs to be a bit bigger, right? We might actually add then ornaments in the center to this. And I would also like to have this one here also a bit more planned out, right? Right now we have 15 people. Those 15 people definitely will need to live somewhere. So we should also be starting with some houses. I'm going to wait for my industry to ramp up though, because otherwise they're going to finish the houses first, and I definitely can't afford that. We can also speed up time and watch them working. They're just looking so cute. It's incredible. And these guys also have a name, an age, right? Their own health. That's going to play a major role down the road. Hygiene. They also have a mood, right? So this one here is homeless right now. So that's decreasing his mood. And with lower mood comes a lower efficiency for work and also for reproduction. It all looks very polished, right? It's a very polished game. And I've also not encountered any major bugs in my testing. So for now, this is my general warehouse that we have at the moment. And as I can see, my next believer comes out at some point in the future. And we're just waiting now for some construction here to finish. Alrighty, and at some point, building materials are in, and the first buildings are being constructed. It was a lovely process. And there it is. We got a soulstone hut. And this one now gets the workers, right? So 3 of them. We might actually tone it down to 2 only because I definitely want to keep my workforce for other things as well. And they're now starting to, collect soul crystals on the map. And with that, we can then also start doing some nifty things down the road. Next in line, the hunting hut. Over here. And the lumberjack hut is also under construction already. I'm actually going to keep 2 hunters for this one, because we need a steady supply of food, obviously. And then we have also my forestry hut, and this will also be fully employed with 2 workers. They're going to fell trees now. Now we have a new option available for this. That is really important, and that is we can prioritize felling of trees, and we can plan with that a bit, right? So this area here definitely needs to get rid of, because it's blocking my expansion of the industry zone then. So this would be my priority here now to fell. We can continue then down the road with new things. Alright, this is all working. Now we can actually work a bit on housing. So let's start with that. We have the first basic house. And with a lot of city builders, it's the same thing. We need to, fulfill demands. And also desirability of a surrounding area. So it kind of like works very similar to Builders of Egypt, for example. But also to the Last Kingdom and stuff like that. So I like this system. And you can see 2 blue squares here. And this is actually where we can place decorations on, right? That's a very cool system that we can explore them. Also, I'm going to keep a bit of a distance here between the houses so we can have some gardens in between. That's going to be very important as well, right? So that's already going to be quite a lot of houses here now, together with lots of room for decoration. I hope at least. We'll just see how the higher tier buildings will fare then with all of this. But that's my first block of houses. Doesn't take long for these houses to also come along. Some smaller huts right now. They're going to look really nice later on. So I can definitely have a few of them close to my palace. And yeah, there's people now moving in, right? It's a basic aesthetic level that we have here. And yeah, people will then move in and create families, right? So it's only 2 or 3 because there's room then for a child. You get it? The 1-child policy. That's just how it works here, really. And we do have then 1-child room available for the basic house, of course. Okay, we do have some 10 soul stones. Let's have a look at my tech tree, because we do need to start unlocking things. And as you can see, that we have it. For example, school we can unlock here. I would like to go ahead though with the quarry. There it is. It's something that we can unlock. So that's going to take some time now to research. For the next level though, we need to reach a new god level. Level 2. We don't have that yet. Oh, these people are hard at work. We have developed the quarry. Very important. So we can build this one right away. We need stone, right? Stone is running out, and we need it basically for any kind of building that we have. And yeah, let's hope that we do have a bit of room already. I would like to have it a bit further away. There you go. Cannot really build a road over there at the moment. So we really want to fell those trees here. But they're already doing it. Very nice. Those houses are coming along, and we could also add now decorations, right? We do have a bunch of them available from the get-go, but there's going to be more that we can unlock, and also research and stuff like that. And yeah, for example, here a stone lion, right? Adds aesthetics. Doesn't cost me anything outside of that. And you can just basically have this one here then as a special entrance to this house, right? And with that, the house is already upgrading. Super nice, right? I love it. I love the aesthetics of that. And yeah, with that we have now one more slot available for this house. But of course its demands also increase now. And also the higher level it is, right, the more they actually contribute to my god powers. So this is also important. We also need another believer if we want to level up that god power, right? We got one believer, we need a second one. And you get believers when you have happy people, right? They put more devotion to you than if they're happy. And she just married. Congrats on marriage. Shum Winter, she's called. Next house is finished, so we need one more house in order to advance also our quest. Right now, so we also have seasons. We're still in the first year and we have it summer and there is a major heat right now. So if we had any fields right now, they would produce less than before. We can also check our professions over here. So we still have 4 villages available. These guys are just transporting stuff and building stuff right now, right? And then we have 2 for each profession building that we have at the moment. Very important tab. Probably could keep it online here all the time. We got a baby. Very good. Schooly pooping. Someone actually, there it is. Vak Sunjan is a child now that was just born. Perfect. Alright, also we advance here with the quests. We also should build now some fields. Though food is really fine, we're growing on that at the moment, thanks to my hunter. And there's also, as you can see here, the gathering in process. Has a godly power, increases the haulage by 60%, and has a blessing of tier 1. He's got varied food, silk clothes, and yeah, he's really happy about all of that. As my next tag, definitely we go for the general storage. Very important, so that my shrine is no longer the general storage, right? I still need way more space though. And then we have it, God level 2. We have grown. You've made it through the most challenging period. Continue building your following and you will become even more powerful. But you should and never allow hostiles to take over. In that case, we're still not having enough power here really to get rid of those trees. I need to wait on that. We have way too many trees here in the starting area. This looks fine, right? So there is lots of space. Might actually build up a farming area over here. Okay, the gravel road increases the travel speed is my next tag that I would like to go for since we have now tier 2 available. And then probably the mineral exploitation that allows me to mine ore. Also very important for construction. And there's my large storage area now. Holy cow, it's large. It's not just called large for unknown reasons. It's really huge. Probably going to have it then somewhere over here in my future industry zone, right? Because that, of course, is not going to cut it for that much longer. Should we actually get a second lumberyard, I wonder? The quarry is finished. There you go. 2 people will work on that now. The masons. And yeah, they're going to cut down stones in the surrounding area. It's also time to look at my god powers, because we have a bunch of them, and we're already, as you can see, growing those points now, right? So they worship us, and the more people worship us, the faster this grows. And we have 2 god powers now. And we can use this for either a tier 2 god power right away, that, for example, stimulates the acceleration of particles. So instantly constructs buildings, for example. Building acceleration. We can also just demonstrate a miracle that will make more believers. What I would like to go though is right now, create new people. We can actually get 3 new villages in instantly with this one here. Lovely. It's not coming. Where is it? There they are. So now we have created new villagers. And with that we have 5 villages available, right? So I needed to actually have it over an empty space. Of course, those people will need housing too. And probably also more sources of food. So, I mean, it's autumn now. I'm not going to build fields just yet. There's the next house. We can also work on some more decorations, like a lamp post. There you go. And they're already leveling up with that. They're also not only working for the same building, but they also have adjacency bonuses, right? So they also push others. The pond is actually taking more space. A cherry boulder is something we can, for example, push in the center here, right? And with that, affect the whole block so that it can upgrade as well. And winter is upon us. It's starting to snow. And it's getting colder. Next in line, I would like to go for the academy because we have the basic stuff done. And I want to start on education now, which increases then my effectiveness. There you go. This unlocks me then less soulstone consumption and villagers to invent own technologies, right? So as education becomes widespread in society and the education level goes up, the villagers may unlock technology without using any soulstones. That's pretty nice. Let's go ahead with that as well. Takes a bit of time though to research this. Now we have the academy, the school, there it is. Pretty big building. Where should we have it? That's the question. I would like to have it, yeah, here I would like to have another block of houses though. So we'll just see. Over here would be nice. Problem is there's the signal tree here that's blocking it. That's a bit annoying. I could actually have it here. Right, so we still have room then for another block of houses here. And this will take quite some time now because it requires a lot of construction. Actually 80 metals. Do we have the mining shaft already? We don't, right? Daphne should go for this mineral exploitation as my next pack. Do we have gather soulstone? Bring in 2 talented people to help building your town. We can actually get 2 more people in. Let's do this. There they are. And these are talented people, so they have a higher base efficiency, I guess, than the rest. It's actually way lower, but I guess only because it doesn't have tools yet. Or she doesn't have tools. There's the mineral exploitation, there's the mine, and oh, look at that. The mine actually needs metal. So I will need to cancel this project, right? Because left behind a treasure box with the materials inside, because otherwise I would be out of metals now. And that I can't afford. So let's actually build me that mine. And yeah, let's have it here as well, where we have the quarry already. And this will then be able to gather us the ore that we need. That's really important. Can we have any upgrade on that? Not yet. Would unlock then the smithy down the road. And there's also our mine coming along. Or our miners. This one really takes time. And there it is. 2 people can work in here. We're actually going to make the full 2 available right away. And they're now going to gather us metals. I would also like to start with the cotton fields. So we can start now with the agricultural level then. Year 2 it is, start of spring. I mean, it's always a bit tricky where to start agriculture because usually it takes a lot of space, right? We could either have it here, or I could also have it down here. Or even over here. This looks also a nice location, since there's not that many trees surrounding it. Trees are really taking a long time to get rid of, so I might as well just try it here, right? So we have this road connection that goes then over. We have it then from up here that goes then in. So, and then from down there as well. So this should be fine here to start with the first basic fields now that we can have. And we can draw them like this. Let's make a 6x6 field. Or 8x8. 8x9? 8x10? Let's go ahead and make this as our very first field. Now we can choose. We have cotton available, but also wheat. Right, let's go for wheat. 2 people will work in that, so it's actually quite fine. Labor, it's not that labor intensive, right? And they're going to wait now until we can grow this one. So right now the weather is not right for it. If I want to have another field, I definitely will need to get rid of these trees here though. And of course of all of these trees here still. So this is all priority for felling. What's going on here? The Hunter Hut. We're full on food. Oh, that's great. All emergencies would be that easy. We're also full on metal again. So now I would like to go ahead and build me that school. Second year. There you go. And work on field has also started. That is some basic food we're getting out of that. With a kitchen, we can then refine that food further to make people happy. Tech-wise, let's go for some more passive bonuses. Increases the rate at which divine power is gathered. We do have a bit more of that faster. And I probably also want to have some additional upgrades here for these houses. And there it took us quite some time, but at the start of summer, the construction of the school finally started. That will also take quite some time. But it's going to be worth it. Since we're growing as well, I would like to... I mean, food-wise, it's still fine. Of course, when growing, you know, you always have to keep in mind that you have the food supply ready as well. Over here, we could start with another block of housing now. The thing is... do we need service buildings? Yeah, that's the question. I haven't seen any yet. So we have this one. We could make a service district here down the road. So let's actually just continue with some more housing. I mean, nothing is set in stone, right? You can always just remodel things as well. What I need to go for though is I need to consume wood somehow, because we are getting really full on wood and I need to continue getting rid of trees. So that is something to manage right now. There's my first harvest also. So this is coming along fantastically. We have 2 villages available only right now. Can we grow? No, not really. But we have finished the school. So we've got a teacher. There it is. And the kids of the town will now learn in here. And yes, these are the real kids, right? 8 of 8 already. That's pretty quick. And they're now learning and getting their efficiency higher. We can use a god power on this actually. And that is the soul of education. So 75% increased efficiency of the teacher. There you go. And we have now a higher efficiency for the school to make those kids even smarter. Yeah, we're also full on metal, it seems. Or is there nothing close by? Storage is full. Yeah. The lumberyard is still working. I'm actually going to build me a second lumberyard, honestly. We need space. I'm going to build it over here. This is just a temporary one, right? But we need to get rid of these trees here. And one lumberyard just takes way too long. Harvest season. Getting in our wheat. And with that, another source of food, right? So we have the monster flesh, as it's called, and now the wheat is coming into. That adds food variety, makes people happier, and that's a nice ingredient then for the kitchen. These houses look fantastic at that point. Oh, a major heat. Does it affect it now? Not really. The wheat is fine. Another thing that we can do is unlock the store. After establishing a store, you can trade with the outside world. Traveling merchants come regular with rare decorations, blueprints, seeds, animals, and more. Takes quite some time to research this one. Oh yeah, beautiful summer. It's hot. I just love how they also have different walking animations and running animations. And there's also my next lumberyard. And with that, one more person we have at least. And with that, we have no more villages available. I do, however, can of course reduce the amount of workers here in the quarry and the miner, for example, because both of them we don't need that many right now. This gives me some additional workforce. A disaster is coming. We need to choose one. Oh. Lower food output, plants can't grow, villagers' work efficiency reduced, villager work efficiency reduced. We get disaster points as a reward. Okay. Utter idiocy. Village worker, yeah. I mean, 40% food production reduction is not that bad, right, with the famine. This one here actually reduces the workability by 100. That is all, right? So I'd rather go with this. The famine. We have plenty of food, right? So I'm not expecting a big famine here, really, after all. What is that? Game over? No. I don't know. Was something. Accelerated growth. Get one child into an adult right away. So with that we have 4 adults. That's important. Because I need workforce. And yeah, it's year 2, winter. Second winter is fine. Food is still fine. We're getting the famine here, as you can see. So this is running out. Upgrade haulage, new life. So this is all working right now. We cannot do that much. We're close though to god level 3 now. And we can build the crafty house. The crafty house designs and produces decorations. Decorations have 2 out of 4 attributes and can help the building level up as well. 1 or 2 special suffixes which will grant extra attributes. Let's go ahead with this. We have 50 soulstone. So the tailor is something I would also like to go. But for this we need a stable cotton production first. Okay, but this is really quickly now, right? So those trees are felled by the second. Every second. These buildings are huge, like all of them. That will make expansion rather tricky. I mean, we have lots of space here, but it doesn't make sense for me to go over here, right? Because we already have now my industry zone. And I don't want to have people walking around all day. So, yeah. We can actually squeeze it in here. I'm waiting on that, though. And finally, we can build the storage. I would like to have it here right away, because I think this is rather central then for my whole industry zone that we'll have. And let's also build a road here, of course. That goes then towards those fields here. So this is coming along together again. And I'm probably going to move the hunting houses now a bit further outside where there's more game. Because, yeah, it's getting a bit crowded in there. So the hunter has to walk quite a bit to get to these monsters, right? Like this one, a wild boar. A legendary monster. So let's have the hunter even further outside. I mean, there's another field coming, so I'm going to have it here because I really don't want to move it again so soon. So somewhere out there we have it. I could also move buildings, but it costs 10. Is that right? Or is that a bug? Oh no, we were actually able to move it. It costs... Ah, we have it 10 times available. That's interesting. So we don't actually need to construct this one and have the hunter available here right away. This is great because actually we have now more space here for houses, right? Ah, beautiful spring again. And in that case, we continue with the industry expansion now. Finally, the storage house has been finished. This is now adding me a lot more storage that we need, right? Also around that, we can have then the artisan buildings that I would like to have. There's the mine. Let's move it. Simple as that. Move it over there to the quarry. And with that, we have more space again here. So I definitely want to have another row of normal houses then here somewhere once we are able to get rid of the ore here, right? So there's the ore. Very good. Let's also go ahead and have that road going all the way up here to the storage area. And then in this area, I can now have then my crafty house, for example, which is huge. But it's fine. It's a very major building that we want to have here, as it is adding, yeah, decorations to us. And then I have room here for something else. Must be something else. Five people we have available right now. That's quite a bit. And we need more decorations. So the crafty house is important. There's a litter. Here we can have it probably to upgrade these houses then as well. Also going for the kitchen now as my next tag, so that we can start producing proper food. And I'm also going to build me now another field, because I can't wait any longer for that tree here to disappear. That we have also finished that. And select the wheat seeds for the field. Actually, we need to do it a second time just to finish this one. Soulstone mine, the school we have, build the school, resource building. So we, yeah, did quite a bit of here already. The quarries we built, and now we need to select a quarrying area. For the second field, I'm actually going with cotton, because I would like to start with the cloth production as well, because we are running out of clothes, right? We've lost 50 clothes already in a year, so we have only 1 year left probably on clothes. There's my crafty house, a beautiful one. And this one is now producing small decorations. It's the only option I have there, right? They're consuming wood, rock, and metal for all of this. So it's my first building, I think, that is really consuming building materials. And in this case, it's producing then decorations we can use for houses. Okay, let's prioritize some quarrying. Where do we have stone still? There we have it. So this whole area. There you go. And I would also like to do the same thing for the mining to get rid of this ore deposit, of this ore deposit, of this one, so that we open up more space, right? And this ore deposit there. Also build the storage. Wait a second, we build a storage. There's my store. Here we can now have a shelf. Oh, this is just great. With the store, right? And here we can now sell and import things. So for my personal stock, my storage, we can actually have then... There's also rarities and exotics down here. Right now I could start with... Actually with not that much. With a bit of wood, probably. Can I go higher than this? Like if we export 30. And this was successful, okay? We actually just gifted the trader 30 wood. It's not that bad. We can import though something else in addition from that. That would be tools, for example. Repair tools, pigs, a barbell tower, blueprint, and a sock mug. Magical food with high prices on it. Okay, so that's the trader. Where's my store? There's my store. And the villagers have unlocked the load boost through life experiences. The villagers can now carry more items after load increases. Okay, it's super difficult to really build large houses. Holy cow, I cannot place this store anywhere else. We got a tree here. We got a piece of rock here. So I cannot build big houses here. We got a rock here, so no big houses here for now. I really need to watch out. I mean, I want to have my store here, my storage, not my store. So let's actually take the move building again. Going to move it over here somewhere, please. I mean, it's further away than ever. But what can you do about it, right? There's no space anywhere. I also can't seem to get rid of the ore deposits so quickly. So at least this should work out, but it looks very strange. Cannot have it here, cannot have it here, not here. I could have it here. I could have it beside the academy. Let's have it beside the academy for now, even though it doesn't really make sense over here. But I need space, and we don't really need this building here for now, right? It's not that important. What's more important to me is the large storage that we can now safely finally get in here. That's a pretty important building. There you go. So that we have this general storage area now for the industry zone. Let's finish the block here. Let's continue with that road. So we finally also go into the farming area now. Holy cow, that's a lot of additional work that we have just by getting rid of stuff on the map, right? This one's coming along. And what's really coming along in the end of year 3 is our village, right? God level 3 we have 28 people. So we're still on very basic tech, right? We can now go for tech 3 with a bathhouse, for example. Negotiation. We can unlock a market for my houses to also get the resources from the market. So you have a whole bunch of city development buildings here. And that's basically, yeah, the Immortal Mayor. I love it so far. I hope you do too. Don't forget to leave a like behind. And then we may actually continue here with the series. But that was a nice preview gameplay, I think. I enjoyed it very much. So we might actually just continue also with that. See you in the comments. Stay tuned.